Oh, it's good to come out even though it's all gray and rainy. Been stuck inside all day.
Working hard.
Huh?
Working hard.
Working hard, but hardly working. A lot of it's wet. All our kindling's wet. We have to sort it out.
Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 13. Joining me down here on the floor of my guest room, I have a cup of chai latte. It is probably my favourite autumn/winter drink. And the reason we are on the floor is because I wanted to check out some of the flowers that I dried. Here behind me I have stacks of books that have my dried flowers in. That's how I press and dry my flowers, just in paper and books, and some more here. And I did actually have the genius idea of putting tiles, old spare tiles that I have on top to really weigh them down. I use paper rather than baking paper or parchment paper because it's good to use like normal printing paper personally, I think, because it soaks up any of the like dampness, the moisture. Within my crystals book we have, so when they're dried and ready, I sort of just keep them all together in the back of one of my hardback journals. So here I just have leaves, which are always really good for pressing and for art, for like decorating. I just love the look of the leaves. Here we look like we've got flowers. So this is the first time I tried to dry Cosmo flowers, and they're very delicate flowers, so I knew it was risky. See, some of them have dried up and they don't look too great. That one's probably the best one I've got, but you can see that top petal has kind of shrunken. I'm not sure these are so usable because they're like shrunken up, a lot of the petals. So okay, it seems like Cosmos are not the greatest to do. This one doesn't look too bad. One of them's a bit shrunken. This one does look so pretty. It's a shame about that top petal. This is a nice colour. And then I have one of my like fairy rose, which is this really small rose that I have in the garden, which you've seen me already use in the iCard, the Vlogmas I made where I was making the bookmarks. And this is a nice red, what I think is a rose leaf, kind of a purplish colour. This is in this old like antique astrology and predictions book that I picked up from a second-hand shop. And we have more Cosmos again, not so successful. A lot of them have shrinkage. This one looks good though, so I've got one successful one, and the colour, oh, the colour's so vibrant, but really yeah, they don't press well. I'll remember that. The Cosmos. And now we're into, sorry, I forgot to say, Understanding Tarot book. It's a hardback. So I tend to use hardbacks or really thick books for this. More cosmos. That doesn't look too bad, but like you can see the bottom one has shrunken up and it looks like the same with the other one there. Again, more cosmos. Damn it, I've done so many cosmos because they're such pretty flowers normally. And yeah, they really haven't been as successful as I would have hoped. Okay, on to the next pile. This one's under tiles. So I wonder if being under tiles, which is a lot more weight, will help. This is inside my hardback plant witchery book. So far, a lot of greenery and a lot of cosmos that aren't really usable, so not looking good. Okay, here we have some different flowers finally. Again with the shrinkage. I wonder why this has happened. It didn't happen last time. So these are these like yellow roses I have in the garden that are like purple in the middle here. It looks black, but they go yellow into purple. And they're not looking so happy either. A lot of shrinkage, so it doesn't look like I'll be doing as much pressed flower art as I wanted to do. Inside my Solitary Witch classic book here. Looks like we have a big one here. Okay, this is the chicory. Okay, this one's turned out a bit better. They've come out quite pretty, actually. It's hard for you to see in this light, but they've pressed well, at least, which is what we want. More cosmos. Oh, these cosmos come out way better. Well, one of them did. Okay, they're looking a bit better, much better, aren't they? Definitely usable. And maybe the tiles, the heavy weight helped. More of these yellow and purple flowers. Again, a lot of shrinkage. Very disappointing, but I do still feel like they look quite cool. The last pile, this is in my Metaphysical Anatomy book by Yvette Rose. I love this book. This is leaves. These are the leaves from the cosmos. They have really cool foliage. They turn out quite cool, actually. What is this? Oh, right. Oh, this is such a beautiful flower to begin with. It's such a shame that it's turned out like this. Oh, man. It's a shame that one didn't turn out how I was hoping. I had a lot of high hopes for that one, to be honest. Army Rose. Okay, that's not turned out too bad. Like, the colour isn't looking too good there, but I still feel like, wow, that's kept together nice. It would still look pretty awesome in a frame, even though the colour there has completely bled out. It looks better on this side, but then the leaves look better on this side. I might like turn the head around on that because the colouring looks a lot better this side. A branch from my Fairy Rose, which I think actually has turned out beautiful. Once again, looking much better on the back than the front. Really like that. Oh, that's the best thing that's come out of here. Okay, I think that didn't turn out too great, and that kind of sucks because obviously this is a long game. You dry your flowers and you have to wait a long time, at least a month, to then see the results of your creations. But I'm sure there's some stuff that I can salvage out of there, and we'll see what I can do if I ever make anything out of those. I'll let you know in a future video. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there for now. I have to get prepared soon for recording another episode of the podcast because Trey is going away in 2 days, not tomorrow, the next day. So yeah, I'm really gonna miss him. He's just going to see family for Christmas in London. Probably only get one episode recorded, so we will end up taking a break on the podcast over Christmas. Do make sure that you follow, I'll put it in the iCard now, that you follow our podcast page, and yeah, check that out because it's really fun and really interesting, so I think you'll like it. We just finished recording our podcast, which was a really interesting episode, sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
Ready for dinner. You know what you want for dinner, babe? This is every night. We're just like, what are we gonna have for dinner? We have such high expectations of what dinner should be.
Oh, we just want to eat good.
Yeah, because we've had too many good meals. Alrighty.